Amongst only a couple of candidates for first feature-length science fiction film and the first full-screen adaptation of a H.G. Wells novel, the first Men in the Moon, 1919, is lost. H.G. Wells had opened up the possibility of selling the rights to First Men in the Moon back in 1913, but while many British studios showed interest, the cost of bringing this spectacular sci-fi vision to the screen was considered prohibitive. Nonetheless, Alfred Claude Bromhead, over at British Gaumont, at this time looking to expand his studio's production capabilities, decided to purchase the rights at the end of that year. It seems, though, that the Great War postponed its production, and it took until the week following the armistice in 1918 for an official announcement that shooting would commence. First Men in the Moon followed the elderly inventor, Samson Cavor's first trip to the moon with his neighbour Rupert Bedford. They travel in a metal sphere coated with cavorite of Cavor's own invention, which bypasses the usual laws of gravity. On the moon, they come into contact with the Selenites, the moon's inhabitants, and they are captured, but Bedford is eventually able to return to the Earth. Its adaptation is notable as it turned the neighbourly character of Bedford into a villain. In the novel, he returns alone because he believes Cavor dead, but in the film it is because he wants to steal the formula for cavorite for himself. The film also added a romantic subplot, likely to appeal to a broader audience, between the new characters of Cavor's niece and a telegraphist, who was loosely based on a telegraphist's side character in the book. Cavor appears also to have survived comfortably on the moon at the end of the film, whereas in the book it is assumed he has died after his final ominous telegraph message. First trade shown on 29th of May 1919, many praised the film's imagination, but also criticised its crude special effects. Reviews in this regard were very mixed. For instance, the Daily News London praised the sequence where they travel to the moon, with the moon getting more distinct as it gets closer in the ship's window, but the same reviewer also said of the Selenites, "The strange men in the moon are figures of pantomime," and they deplored the obviously painted canvas sets. The First Men in the Moon, 1919, remains on the BFI's most wanted list of lost films, and, I suspect, the most wanted list of any lovers of sci-fi and Wellsian literature.